Welcome back to Ananya Child Development Center podcast. I'm Yuganti, a clinical psychologist at Ananya CDC, Madhapur. In our last episode, we discussed how to recognize when something feels off in a child's development. Today, we are diving into a different but equally fascinating topic when kids show both advanced and delayed development at the same time. This unique phenomenon, often referred to as a mixed pattern of development, can be quite puzzling. Madhvi ma'am, I know you've seen this pattern a lot in your work.
That's true, Yuganti. At our Hyderabad centers, it's something we encounter frequently. Parents often come to us with comments like, my child can read complicated books but struggles to tie their shoelaces. Or they solve advanced mathematics problems but can't hold a simple conversation. It's such an intriguing combination where some skills are well beyond their age group while others are noticeably behind. These are also called what is referred to as splinter skills. So it's uneven pattern. Like one is really good and the other one is not at all age appropriate.
I can imagine how confusing that must be for parents. Can you share an example to illustrate this?
Absolutely. Just last week at a Banjara Hill Center, we met a 5-year-old who would recite an astonishing array of facts about the solar system, name dozens of dinosaur species, and read at a third grade level. But the same child struggled with everyday tasks like tolerating certain textures, had frequent meltdowns in noisy environments, and found it hard to make friends. His parents were understandably perplexed. How could their child be so advanced in some areas, yet struggle with such basic aspects of daily life?
That must be incredibly challenging for families to navigate.
It is. And to make it harder, parents often get mixed messages from others. Teachers might say something like, they are so smart, they just need to try harder with social skills. Or family members might dismiss concerns altogether with comments like, what's the issue? They can read already, right? I remember another case from our Madhapur center involving a 7-year-old girl. She had an exceptional memory and could recite entire lessons verbatim. But she struggled with seemingly simple tasks like organizing her school bag or following multi step instructions. Her advanced vocabulary often masked her difficulties, making it hard for even her teachers to understand the full picture.
That's such a stark contrast in abilities. From a clinical perspective, what's happening in these cases?
Development isn't a single straight line. Think of it like a music equalizer, where each bar represents a different area of development. Some bars, like cognitive skills or memory, might be very high, while others, such as motor skills or emotional regulation, are lower. We refer to this as an uneven developmental profile. The tricky part is that the advanced skills can often overshadow the struggles. A child who can discuss abstract concepts or solve complex problems might be assumed to be equally capable in social situations or emotional regulation. But that's not always the case.
And how does this mismatch affect the child emotionally?
It can have a profound impact. These children are often very aware of their strengths, but they don't always understand why they struggle in other areas. This can lead to deep frustration. At our Kokapet Center, we work with many children who excel academically but feel anxious about social interactions or physical activities. One child expressed perfectly, I can understand quantum physics, but why can't I make friends? That sense of disconnect can lower their self esteem and increase anxiety, especially if the adults in their lives don't fully grasp what's going on.
What can parents do to identify these patterns?
Parents should observe whether their child displays advanced abilities in certain areas alongside noticeable struggles in others. For example, a child might have an amazing memory for facts, be an advanced reader, or show exceptional vocabulary and abstract thinking. At the same time, they might have challenges with daily tasks like dressing themselves, forming friendships, or managing emotions and adapting to change. At our Nalaganla Center, we often tell parents that these patterns are simply part of the child's unique profile. It's not about fixing the challenges, but about understanding and supporting the whole child.
How does Ananya approach this kind of development?
At Ananya, we focus on the whole child. We start with a comprehensive assessment to map out both their strengths and challenges. This helps us understand how the different areas of development interact. For instance, at the Algapur Center, we might use a child's advanced cognitive abilities to help them develop better social skills. If a child has a strong memory, we could use that to teach social rules in a structured, memorable way. Our work doesn't stop at the child. We collaborate closely with parents and schools to ensure that this understanding carries over into all aspects of child's life. The goal is to build a support system that celebrates their gifts while addressing their challenges.
What kinds of interventions work best for these children?
The key is tailoring interventions to the individual child. For example, we might use a child's cognitive strengths to build their social skills or tap into their special interests to improve communication. Advanced understanding can be a powerful tool for teaching emotional regulation, and structured approaches can help with organizational skills. We also place a strong emphasis on self awareness and self advocacy. Teaching children to understand their own strengths and challenges helps them navigate the world with confidence and resilience.
And how can parents support this process at home?
Parents are an integral part of the journey. We encourage them to celebrate their child's unique profile and understand that strengths in one area don't necessarily mean mastery in others. At the same time, it's important to create environments that balance appropriate challenges with support for the child's difficulties. At all our Hyderabad centers, we run parent training programs specifically designed for families dealing with mixed developmental patterns. These programs equip parents with strategies to nurture their child's strengths while addressing areas of difficulty.
What about support in schools?
Collaboration with schools is crucial. We work with teachers to help them understand the child's unique profile and suggest accommodations that address both their strengths and challenges. For example, a child who excels in academics but struggles with social interactions might benefit from structured social opportunities. Our team often conducts school observations and provides teacher training to ensure consistent support across all environments. This collaboration helps create a well rounded support system for the child.
Do you have a success story you'd like to share?
One story that stands out is of a 9-year old at our Banjara Hill Center. He could read at a college level but struggled with basic social interactions. Through our integrated approach, we used his love for coding to teach emotional regulation and social scripts. We also worked with his school to create opportunities for him to interact with peers in a comfortable setting. Today, he is not only thriving academically but also developed the social skills to share his passions with others and form meaningful friendships. It's all about finding the right balance between celebrating strengths and addressing challenges.
What's your message to parents who might see these patterns in their children?
Embrace your child's unique profile. If you are noticing this mix of advanced abilities and challenges, we are here to help at any of our 5 Hyderabad centers in Madhapur, Banjara Hills, Alkapur, Kokapet, and Nalagandla. We specialize in understanding these complex profiles and create tailored support plans. Reach out to us at 98485 or visit asap.org.in to learn more about how we can help your child thrive.
Thank you, Madhvi ma'am, for sharing your experience with us. To our listeners, whether you are a parent, a teacher, or caregiver, remember that each child's developmental journey is unique. By understanding and embracing these mixed patterns, we can better support our children in reaching their full potential. Join us next time for more discussions on child development. Until then, this is Yuganti signing off from Ananya Child Development Center podcast.